Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Thursday, April 10th, 2025. We're getting close to the weekend. We got one more day to go. Is the weekend a washout or is it a little bit better? Well, I got some good news and bad news depending on when you have your outdoor activities. Saturday, not looking so great. Sunday, well, let's get right into the data show. But before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe. It actually helps the channel out quite a bit. Hit the notification bell, that little ding over there. And if you're interested in more detailed information, a little bit of an education along with the forecast, definitely check out Premium Consulting Membership, only $15 a month. So now let's get rolling. Right now in our surface observations, clouds are increasing. Showers are starting to break out over central and southeastern Pennsylvania. And you can see clouds are slowly increasing over Connecticut, but you still have plenty of sunshine around here as well, a lot of clear skies. Winds are starting to develop out of the southeast, around 5 to 15 miles per hour, and temperatures range from the upper 30s to lower 40s over the northern interior, lower to mid 40s in your suburbs, and mid to upper 40s in your urban areas and on the immediate coast. So when you take a look at the latest surface map and radar from WeatherTap, you can see a whole lot of precipitation out here. And you might be saying to yourself, Stephen, this looks like a rather wet day on the way for the region as this approaches. But this is actually more bark than bite. When you take a look at the observations, rainfall is generally light and far more scattered than what we're seeing here. That's because we're still battling quite a bit of dry air via our high pressure influence. But this is allowing for clouds to increase throughout the region, and yeah, there will be a threat for a few showers. You also notice there's a signal here for snow, but a lot of this is more just very cold rain rather than anything else. You could see a few snowflakes mixed into the Poconos and Catskills as we move on through this entire forecast period, but not much in the way of accumulation is expected as the storm evolves. Now, this low pressure system and this low pressure system will all consolidate around Virginia and West Virginia. And that's going to set up our new storm. And that's going to lead to the potential for widespread showers tomorrow and more steady rainfall by tomorrow night into Saturday morning as this low pressure system organizes. When you take a look at the latest visible satellite picture, you can see those clouds starting to increase, starting to push towards our region. You're kind of running into a bit of a wall here of drier air because of our high pressure system, but that's going to continue to exit and these clouds will continue to increase throughout the day. And at the same time, we'll see an increase in potential for showers. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see how all the lifting's starting to evolve here. Now, remember my rule. I always say it, so I always like to repeat it just in case you're new. The colder the cloud top, the stronger the lifting. The stronger the lifting, the heavier the precipitation. So you can see very strong lifting starting to show up here in the Ohio River Valley. What's happening is that this feature here is diving into what we call the long wave trough. Okay, so the long wave trough is the pattern. This short wave within the pattern is diving into the base of the trough. And what that typically leads to is intensification of the storm and also the potential to cut off because of what we call blocking up here. So what this all means for you is that this is the starting stage, the beginning stage of storm development. And as the storm evolves, you're going to see the increase in precipitation around the region as a result. So now that we have those factors laid out, let's take a look at our forecast. So for today, increasing clouds, increasing threat for showers, especially as you move towards the afternoon and evening. Don't be surprised to get a few snowflakes mixed into the Poconos and Catskills, but no accumulation is expected. Look for high temperatures today in the lower to mid 40s over the northern interior, mid to upper 40s along the coast, and lower to mid 50s in the Delaware River Valley. For tonight into tomorrow, those showers increase in coverage, but not heavy. Just, about a tenth of an inch, maybe a quarter of an inch at most with these showers. And again, some snowflakes mixed in, but nothing really significant in terms of precipitation. Just overcast cloud cover, scattered showers, low temperatures in the lower to mid 30s over the higher elevations, mid to upper 30s over the rest of the northern interior, upper 30s to lower 40s along the coast. By tomorrow afternoon, showers become more widespread as our storm develops off to the south. We're going to get more of an easterly wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour, and that persistent easterly wind is going to increase the potential for some minor coastal flooding. Not looking for anything major, but if you're right on the immediate coast, you're definitely going to notice your high tide is getting a little bit too close for comfort for some of you. By the time we get to Friday afternoon, our high temperatures will be ranging in the lower to mid 40s over the northern interior, mid to upper 40s along the coast. So, again, a bit of a raw, cool day. On Friday night into Saturday morning, the heavier rainfall lifts through as our low pressure system starts to intensify over the coastal waters. And yeah, there will be that potential, especially as we move through the overnight hours from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m., for some snow. Now, this has more bark than bite. So let me explain what's going on here. Model guidance sees mid-level temperatures right around freezing. Surface temperatures are just slightly above freezing. So the higher you are in elevation, the better chance you have for seeing some accumulating snow. We're talking about a trace to maybe an inch on some cold surfaces. More bark than bite, really. But there's certainly going to be a very chilly rain over the rest of the region, and I think a lot of this is going to feature a mix of rain and snow, and will be strongly dependent on where the strongest lifting is going to be. So this looks a little bit overdone based on everything we're seeing. I went in detail on what we're seeing with the SKU-T on the premium video forecast discussion, so definitely check that out. So on Saturday morning, with periods of rain and a stiff east-northeasterly wind around 10 to 15 miles per hour, we'll have low temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 30s over the northern interior and mid to upper 30s along the coast. Just a raw, disgusting morning. The afternoon gets a little bit better in terms of the intensity of the rainfall starting to slacken off. It'll become more scattered in nature, still overcast with drizzle, just a raw, ugly day with high temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 40s throughout the entire region. Now, on Saturday night into Sunday morning, the low pressure system pushes off the coast and intensifies over the coastal waters. What this will lead to is a stiff northeasterly wind Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning, around 10 to 20 miles per hour, with gusts at times up to 35 miles per hour, enhancing the potential for coastal flooding and for possibly some minor wind damage, maybe a power outage or two, especially along the immediate coast. By Sunday morning, I'm expecting cloudy skies with some drizzle and a few isolated showers. Look for low temperatures to range from the lower to mid 30s over the highest elevations in the far northern interior, mid to upper 30s over the rest of the suburbs, and upper 30s to lower 40s in your urban areas. By Sunday afternoon, still cloudy. Could see a few breaks of sun, maybe over the Poconos, but cloudy with some drizzle and isolated showers, not a washout. Your best day in this forecast period is going to be Sunday for the weekend, with high temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 50s over the northern interior and along the coast, upper 50s to lower 60s in the Delaware River Valley. So the whole weekend isn't lost, but certainly not the best weather conditions for outdoor activities. On Monday, high pressure will be in control with scattered cloud cover. Look for low temperatures to range from the lower to mid 30s over the northern interior, upper 30s to lower 40s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 60s throughout the region. On Tuesday, a cold front will swing through with a few widely scattered isolated showers. Not looking for anything significant, but definitely variable cloud cover with low temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 40s over the northern interior, upper 40s to lower 50s in the suburbs, and lower to mid 50s in your urban areas. High temperatures will range from the lower to mid 50s over the northern interior and upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast. On Wednesday, high pressure gradually builds in with clearing skies. Low temperatures will range from the lower to mid 30s over the northern interior, mid to upper 30s along the coast. High temperatures will range from the mid to upper 40s over the northern interior, upper 40s to lower 50s along the coast, and lower to mid 50s in the Delaware River Valley. And next Thursday, high pressure will be in control with sunny skies, low temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 20s over the northern interior, lower to mid 30s along the coast, high temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s over the northern interior, and lower to mid 50s along the coast. That is your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day. And as always, stay safe out there.